This is a continuation of our series, Midwatch in Verse. Did you know that a U.S. Navy tradition allows for the first deck log of the year to be written in verse? Please see our pinned video for an introduction to this U.S. Navy tradition. This video presents an example of a typical World War II deck log poem. Imagine that it's New Year's Eve. You're a junior officer aboard a U.S. Navy ship, either patrolling the waters in a remote destination or docked in port. New Year's Eve is a time of celebration, but you've pulled duty as officer of the deck for the midwatch, 12 midnight to 4 a.m. There will be no celebratory alcohol on the bridge while patrolling, or any other place on the ship, at least not legally. In port, you might be manning the quarterdeck and hear some of your crewmates celebrating ashore. So what do? If you follow U.S. Navy tradition, you might compose the deck log entry for the midwatch in verse. While we do not know the specific origins of this tradition, we know that it's been practiced for at least 100 years. This video presents an excellent example of one of these deck log poems from the World War II era. The poem was submitted by Lieutenant R.C. Inghram aboard USS Lansdowne, a destroyer in the Pacific Theater, patrolling near Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands on January 1st, 1944. Lansdowne was a highly decorated ship during the war, earning 12 battle stars, 3 American campaign stars for her anti-submarine service in the Atlantic, and 9 Pacific Asiatic Theater stars for her service in the Pacific. She was frequently referred to as the Lucky L because she had no significant casualties aboard the ship during the war. She was also honored by being one of the ships that delivered Japanese dignitaries to the USS Missouri for the formal surrender ceremony to end the war. A final note. At times in poems during wartime, the writers used derogatory terms for the enemy. Also, there are the occasional misspelled words in the poem. We do not correct them in our on-screen commentary. This video is for educational purposes only. Here is the poem. 'Tis the virgin hour of 44 as the Lansdowne patrols off a foreign shore. With 3 other ships of squadron dues, we greet the new year without any booze. We faithfully guard with all skill we can muster, Echelon 15 for Empress Augusta, for we know the Nip's chances are gonna get leaner once these love sugar tears get to Point Torquemada. At the moment, we're steering on course 315, keeping station on Malta. Oh Lord, how we strive. We got 2 kettles on and 2 on short notice, yet a slow 15 knots is all that they mote us. Our gadgets are searching the skies right and left. A bogey! A bogey! Now he shows IFF. The QC is sending out pings down below, while the sound man is dreaming of a redhead named Flo. We're ready for action, condition 2 and affirm. After 18 long months, how these words make me squirm. The Japs know we're here, yet they stay in Rabaul, 'cause with old Desron 12 they have learned not to fool. This watch has seemed endless, most mid-watches do. The bogeys were missing, the chances were few. We turned 9 at 3:30 and again about 4, so now you might say our behind is before. Say, where's my relief? It's now 4:15. Quartermaster, go get him ere I start venting spleen. Ah, here he comes now as GQ hovers near, and that's how we started our Happy New Year. This poem illustrates several of the common themes seen in Decalogue poetry during World War II. The writers often bemoan the lack of alcohol and companionship of the other sex. They also frequently mention their determination to achieve victory and describe the enemy in derogatory terms. Humor is usually incorporated into the poems. If you're interested in learning more about this old tradition, check out our book, Midwatch in Verse, and visit our website, midwatchinverse.com. Please like and follow.